It was the site of the final performance of the 1959 Winter Dance Party. For many, the music died a few hours later. Let's visit the Surf Ballroom in Clear Lake, Iowa. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm on the way to Clear Lake, Iowa, and I saw a sign that caught my attention. Have you ever heard of the song, That Little Brown Church in the Vale? Well, the inspiration is here in Nashua, Iowa, and I decided to make a quick stop and check it out. I didn't video because, for one, I'm in a little bit of a hurry, and two, my primary camera is still charging. So here's a quick little slideshow. This church was built in 1864 and is also known as the Church in Wildwood. It's a beautiful little country church that is still home to an active congregation. Well, I have arrived at the legendary Surf Ballroom here in Clear Lake, Iowa. This is where rock and roll stars Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper gave their last performance on February 2nd, 1959. The three died in a plane crash about 6 or 7 miles from here a few hours later. The original Surf Ballroom opened in 1933 on the shores of the lake, just a block or so from here. It eventually moved to this site a few years later, and the building was damaged by fire in 1947. And after extensive repairs, it reopened in 1948 and has been hosting events ever since. And over the years, all the top stars in the music world has played here, Surf Ballroom, sometime during their career. There's a small courtyard just to the right of the entrance to the ballroom that has this monument to the memory of the 4 people who died in the plane crash just a few miles from here. The monument has the names of the entertainers who died in the crash: Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and J.P. Richardson. It also has the name of the plane's pilot, Roger Peterson. This plaque commemorates the listing of the Surf Ballroom on the National Register of Historic Places on September 16, 2011. I must admit, I didn't really know what to expect when I got here. In fact, I didn't even know if I could get in or not. But the doors are open, so let's go inside and take a look. One of the first things you see when entering the Surf Ballroom is this photo print of Ritchie Valens, Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper. And just inside the front door is this piano that's supposed to be signed somewhere by the great Duke Ellington. And hanging on the wall behind the piano is this historical marker detailing the history of the Surf Ballroom. Another winter dance party poster with Ritchie Valens, Buddy Holly, and the Big Bopper. Wow, the walls are filled with photos of the ballroom over the years and of the many notable people that have played here at the Surf Ballroom. It is just amazing to walk by and look at some of the names that have played here from all types of music, not just rock and roll, but country and the big bands. I remember Les Brown and his Band of Renown from the Bob Hope shows. And New Year's Eve with Guy Lombardo and his Royal Canadians. And there's more memorabilia and photos as we enter the concession area, like this Beach Boys surfboard. In addition to the thousands of photos that hang on the wall, there's a number of musical instruments like these guitars. This one, I think, belonged to Chris Christopherson. And I think this one is Martina McBride's. And this guitar was played and signed by Randy Travis. And next to it is one played and also signed by Neil McCoy. More Buddy Holly and the Winter Dance Party memorabilia hanging behind the concession bar. Of course, the day music died. I apologize for the glare. I couldn't get rid of it no matter how hard I tried. Of course, one of Buddy Holly's biggest hits was Peggy Sue. Autographed piano keys from the Killer, the great Jerry Lee Lewis. And who could forget The Twist by Chubby Checker? And a pair of white shoes signed by Pat Boone in 2012. Country music artists played here, including Roy Clark, Blake Shelton, and of course, Old Willie. Little Big Town, Glenn Campbell, and the Hag, Merle Haggard, have all played here at the Surf Ballroom. And here we have one of Charlie Daniels' fiddles. A ZZ Top guitar. And once again, I do apologize for the glare. I know it's a pain. Man, I can't get over this place. It is absolutely amazing. Here we have a guitar that was played and signed by the great B.B. King. And here we are in the actual ballroom. Tables and chairs are set up on the dance floor, and we can see the stage. Nothing much has changed here since that night in 1959 when Buddy Holly and Ritchie Valens, Dick Bopper, played their final performance right here in this room. The stage here at the Surf Ballroom, where at one time or another all the greats of the music world has played. There's one more place that I want to visit inside the Surf Ballroom, and that's here in the dressing room, where anybody that has ever performed here at the Surf Ballroom has signed a wall. And there's thousands and thousands of signatures on this dressing room wall just off the stage. And yes, I was told somewhere in this sea of signatures are the autographs of Buddy Holly, Ritchie Valens, and the Big Bopper, but I couldn't find them. And through this opening, I could step out on the stage where all the greats of the music world has at one time or another stood and entertained the people here to Surf Ballroom. All I can say is, wow, what an amazing place. The Surf Ballroom is indeed a historic treasure, and I really hope it's preserved for all the generations to come. It is a wonderful place. I do want to visit the actual crash site, which is about 6 or 7 miles from here. But it's getting late in the day, and this video is getting pretty long, so I'm going to save that for next time. If you've enjoyed my visit to the Surf Ballroom, I would appreciate a thumbs up below. If you haven't already, please ring that bell and subscribe so you can keep up with all of my adventures. So for now, I'll see you down the road. So long, everyone.